Is Crystal Edge Technology screens. We use the ambient light rejection technology gain, and we are the inventors of the Supreme ambient light rejection screen paint and the new coming soon, the 17 or the ambient light rejection 17s. All right, so I already did this demonstration. I'm trying to remember what I did with my remote controls. I always walk off with them. I already did this demonstration already pre-recorded, because I didn't want to lose any clarity just in case if I have any complications. Let me see. This is the one for this one. Okay, cool. That's the one here. We just replaced the one for this setup right here. That's the one I lost. Yeah, so I did it pre-recorded already because I didn't want to lose any of the clarity. Usually when I walk around the house, I have some Wi-Fi connections. So let me bounce around here for a little bit and see exactly where. Yep, bad idea. Now I got to figure out which one's which. Okay, this one goes here. I got to stop doing that. That's a bad habit of mine, for walking around dropping remote controls in front of other remote controls. So we're using 720p projectors only. So I got up this morning, I swapped out all the projectors, well, majority of my projectors, for 720p. So we have a 720p ultra short though here, $150 or $59. It's one or the other. But that's the model number right there. I'm also, in the bottom of this video, I'm going to put the link. The merchant's still selling these projectors. He's still selling them. So I'm going to put the link where you can get that $150 or $160 projector. It depends on the lamp life on it, on exactly what you're going to pay. And with our technology, the reason why I don't have to spend a lot of money, number one, for a projector, because our screens do all the work. So that's why I can sit here early in the morning, have my lights on, even though the sun's out. And, you know, I should be saving some power here, but I have my lights on, and I got a 126-inch screen sitting here right in a bay of windows with no problem whatsoever. And then we'll swing over here. I have the 235.1 at 138 inches. As you can see how much ambient light makes contact with the screen constantly all the time. My kitchen pulls in a lot of freaking light. Make sure I got the right remote control again. All right, yeah, I got the right one. I'm like, wait a minute. I do this all the time. Just to show you how much light. This is another 720p projector. Didn't spend a lot of money for that one. And then over here in the kitchen, I am playing around with my tabletop. Got to stand on a chair for this one. My tabletop projection screen, which my kitchen is always very well lit. Come back here and have some fun with this screen. I'm actually might hook up my PS4 on here so I can do some gaming on this. This is that black technology. Now this is the 12s right here. I'm going to be walking around the house today. And this is another projector I paid about 150, 160 bucks for. Now the stand, on the other hand, that's another story right there. The stand by itself was 100 bucks. The reason why I like these particular projectors is because I tried doing tabletop projection with the Epson projectors downstairs. They're not supposed to be used for that. If you try to use tabletop for that, what happens is the screen kind of has a bit of a keystone kind of slant on it, and it's like trying to flatten it out. It's like virtually impossible. It was never meant for that. It was just meant for basically for you attaching it to a wall and using it that way. These particular projectors are designed to do tabletop projection. They have a special stand for them, and you have to be able to track down the stand. Now, I was able to find one at Amazon. I don't know if they have any more. If they do have any more, I'll post a link where you can actually get it from. Let me go over top. Boom. So you can see right there. You see all the light we have in here. Get down from my chair. As a matter of fact, let me stand on my chair and let's go look around. See our screens right from here to here. I love the fact that when I showed you in that demonstration, that's why I showed you in demonstrations where you'll see a screen go black if you turn on an angle, because it has that narrow viewing cone. And I can sit here and I can just do this and see all my screens with no problem. You can see that screen right there in the back, that blue right back there in the back. Lights going on, window light, that screen, you can see it with no problem. There's the black technology right there, the 12s. I can't wait until we can fire that one up. If my weather is good today, because I want to get out there and I want to do a demonstration off that screen. That screen has sat out there in 2 snowstorms, a couple of heavy rainstorms. I mean, it's pretty much been out there in some really crazy weather and some really serious freezing below weather. So I can just pull up that tarp and just look. Doesn't crack, doesn't peel. Now this projector right here, like I said, this was around $150, $160 for that projector right there. I bought 4 of them from the fellow. All right, so we'll come out of here, come off my chair. And something you don't see in demonstrations, and I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something you don't see in demonstrations. I don't like to use this light because there's a short in it, but I do it for you guys. I'm gonna show you something that you do not see in demonstrations. I can show you my angle gain from my 138-inch screen, and you can see all the way down and see my screen into the next room, producing from light to light to light. You can see my screen right there, crystal clear with all that light around it. That's why I don't get when people stand up close on the screen, it really doesn't show anything. You should be able to see a screen from a distance. If I can stand here and I can see that screen from 1, 2, 3 lights sitting in a bay of windows, still producing an image, where you can see the fish moving back and forth, that's what you call ambient light rejection technology. And that's why I tell people, you're going to get an ultra short throw setup. You got to remember, this is going to be in your living room. If you got to sit there and you got to worry about your curtains or any light coming in, washing out your image, then you got a problem with your screen. There's nothing wrong with your projector. Use a 720p outdated projectors I paid pretty much next to nothing for. It's your screen that's the problem. It's the reason why when people want to set this up in their living room, you got a beautiful living room, you got decorated very nicely, and you got to turn it into a cave, because if any light comes on, it's going to affect your screen. You see the size of my screen? It's almost the same height as the windows. And these are veneer curtains, which means the light pushes through. There's nothing blocking any of the light coming in. So the fact that I can sit here, have this conversation with you as you look at my projector, my 720p cheap projector, and my screen, and you can watch all this light passing through my screen, and it's not having any problem whatsoever. It's showing blue from corner to corner. All right, let's get out of here real quick. We're done with the lounge. And again, worst habit, carrying the remote controls with me. I got to clean up my couch and everything. Today, I got some housework to do. Let's come out of this menu right here, because I don't know what's going on over here. Get that back to where it was. And I think this is the one for in here. Yeah, it is the one for in here. So let's put this one. Is it the right one? Yes, right one. Okay, cool. We'll leave this one over in here. All right, and let's go upstairs. And like I said, I did a pre-recorded version of this. If it comes up too choppy, if my voice is choppy, if the video is choppy, then we have another one actually already pre-recorded. This is just to back up the pre-recorded, because keep in mind, my demonstrations are, I got cold air pushing it from somewhere. I feel cold air somewhere. I can feel it. That's my house is haunted. Let me see. Boom. The thing about it is that my videos are so out of the box. Let's put it this way. It's the only way. And a customer summed this up for me. And he was so right when he said this. He said, the reason why people come at you so hard, and the reason why people are just beside themselves, and I'm not bragging, when they watch your demonstrations, is because the reason why they're constantly ridiculing about, oh, your camera's got to be this, or it's got to be that, or it's got to be this, or it's got to be doing that, because they can't accept the fact how good my technology is. That's what it comes down to. Because I can show you live, my windows, fully open, lights on, and I'll turn around and go, bam. That's the thing about it. And he actually summed it up so well. And that's the reason why I get people want to constantly challenge my work, or constantly try to do videos about debugging my work, or how my stuff is designed, or how it's made, because they just can't accept the reality that it's that good. And it is. I watch this all day. This is live. I go through my entire house. As I said before, I can fire my projectors and walk through my house. My screens will all pop on. Dad used to always say, put in 100%. If you can't put 150%, but anything lower than that, don't do it. And it's just that how I watch how everybody else, I watch everybody else, how they're doing their demonstrations. I watch the big companies. I watch the small guys. I watch how everybody's doing their demonstrations, and I do the opposite. Everybody's testing their stuff against white screens. I test myself against certified screens. Everybody's doing their ambient light rejections inside and ambient light controlled environments inside. I'm outside testing my technology. So I told you before, anytime you test a technology to be able to be used outside, inside is nothing. This stuff is designed to be used outside where there's no doors, there's no windows, there's no roofs, there's nothing protecting it, and it's designed to be used out there. So what do you think is going to happen when we bring it inside? The same theory about the sun killer. The sun killer took a direct hit from sunlight, right? The nickname we call it the sun killer. Took a direct hit from sunlight. What do you think a screen that can take a direct hit from the sun would do if it's inside of a facility or a commercial unit with a ton of lights? It's going to walk through there like it's nothing. That's why we push it when it comes to our screens. Our screens have to be tested against the 11 certified. But those are screens I have in my kitchen drawer. Because I know if this screen can go toe-to-toe with a DMP Supernova, Dark Star 9, or Daylight screens, or any one of those, and pretty much anything above that is, I didn't beat all the certified screens. So anything underneath that is nothing. So you have to do those demonstrations. That's why I can sit here and do this. So this right here is my Japanese / office / tea room / I call this just a TV theater setup, because it's not a really theater room. There's no movie chairs and all that stuff in here. It's just basically like if you would have this in your dorm, or you would have this basically somewhere set up in your gaming room, or maybe you got a little section of the house, and I mean, it's your peaceful area, and you want to set it up like this. Is a very cheap setup. Again, $150 projector. Speakers, $130. Screen, bed sheet. Now I use rusted brackets because that's all I had laying around the shop. I just grabbed scraps what I had around the shop. Some of these pieces are not even full pieces. They're actually cut in half, and I had to use an extension bracket to make them longer. So it's just a scrap screen. That's all it is. But as long as it's coated with our technology, it looks like this. That's the whole theory I was getting about the whole recycling materials. Whatever we coat, we can get anything we want, scrap it, melt it down, whatever we got to do, recycle it into a surface, coat it, boom, comes this. But that shows you how easy it is you can utilize our technology. Very easy to do. You don't have to be a professional painter. You don't have to spend a ton of money for a projector. You don't have to worry about shutting your blinds, going, gee whiz, if any light gets in my screen, it's going to wash out. See, I can stare out my window and stare at my screen at the same time. How many demonstrations you see that? Look out my window. Look at the screen. That's what I'm talking about. That's what they find hard to be able to understand. When I watch demonstrations of people showing off windows, I watch your windows. I notice where your screens sit at in the windows. I know exactly what time of the day you're doing the demonstrations. I do demonstrations. I can do the same demonstration again around 12 when we'll have light pushing in. They do it at a certain time of the day because they know the sun is setting away from the house. That's less light that's going to push through. One of my personal favorites is when they take the curtains and they bring them right about here like this. But it's enough light to come through here, and then this side will completely be covered over like this, and then they'll have the screen about right there. This is how they'll do it, this setup. So the light, they'll say, look, there's light coming through here. So this makes it ambient light rejection. That's what they believe. That's not ambient light rejection. That's you basically making your own ambient light controlled environment. That's what that is. Now my demonstrations, we got 2 windows, screen. There we go. So I don't want to sit in here. Ugh. I am tired. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning last night, couldn't sleep. This video popped on. I would loved it so much. I went on freaking YouTube. I shot one video on YouTube late at night. Then I went over to Facebook and I had a live chat with a whole bunch of people in there. Boy, everybody's up on Facebook at late at night. Good gracious. I was in there chatting with them. We were having a ball. And I was showing them some of the different projectors. They were asking questions about the 235.1. Because a lot of people had a lot of questions about those screens. That one screen I had downstairs, like, how do you get the screen so wide? What kind of projectors can you use? Can I use the camera trick? Like all kinds of questions pop up. So I sat in there and I talked with them until around 4 o'clock. Then I got up around 7, and here I am. I thought when I got up in the morning, the Lord said, you know what we're going to do today? We're going to do 720p only, and we're going to do fully lit environment. And that's what I'm doing right now. All these ideas that I get, and I tell you, to do these crazy ideas and fully lit environments, all this is what God tells me to do. He shows me how to do these demonstrations. This is what you're going to do today. This is what you're going to set today. This is what you're going to paint today. All comes from Him. So let's come out of here. I got the Dreamcast. Now I can't show you the Dreamcast hookup because it's going to be on a 1080p projector, and we're just doing 720p a day. But I got the Dreamcast running through here, and I found my Marvel vs. Capcom, which I'll do that tomorrow because today's going to be all about 720p. Because everybody believes that they have to spend all this money. This room is the brightest. I get more light that pushes through here. Now that's a 5,000 lumen 1080p projector. That's a 4,300 lumen 1080p projector. This one on the floor is 720p 36, around 36 on my screen in here. So I'm going to be using this today with the PS4. That's what I'm going to be gaming on today. I'm going to specialize zombie game. And there you go. Just to show you. Now, like I said, the fellow's still selling the projectors. I already bought like 3 of them from him, so he's legit. I bought 3 of them from him. I had no problem whatsoever. And also, too, I noticed that when you get the projector, keep in mind that when you look at it, it's going to say 100%. Do not freak out like I did. I actually freaked out when I bought all these lamps. I'm thinking like, gee whiz, how many lamps? I'm going to place all the lamps in the projector. And I found out that on these particular projectors right here, 100% is actually good. So these projectors do the reverse. Usually with most projectors, once you reach that 100% mark, that means you got to go in, you got to go change your lamp. Now, the NECs, these particular models are different. So 100 is actually good. When you start reaching like 37 or 40 or 20, then your projector is going to have to, the lamp's going to have to be changed out. That you're definitely going to have to do. So I figured that out the hard way. I went out and bought myself a lamp from Amazon, which I like to do. If I'm going to buy a lamp, I prefer buying it from Amazon, but sometimes Amazon can be a bit expensive. So Amazon had it for $59, which isn't bad for an ultra-short lamp because ultra-short lamps can be quite expensive. Went over there, got it shipped over here. My projector was at 97, replaced the lamp, reset it twice because I thought something was wrong, but it kept resetting it. It kept saying 100. Like, how the freak did I go from 97 to 100? So now I'm thinking they sold me a bad lamp. Like, okay, these guys just sold me a bad lamp. And then I went online and did some research and found out that the NECs, this particular model, that when they show 100%, that's actually good. So as I'm walking around the house, I'm figuring out that all the 3 projectors that I bought from this fellow all had 100%. They all had brand new lamps in them. Because one of the 2 indicators that your lamp is about to go, 1, the screen's going to dim, it's going to image, it's going to get really dull, color's going to get dull, and number 2, it's going to flicker. It's going to flicker like a light's about to go, it's going to start flickering. And I'm sitting there at 97, and there's no flickering, the screen's not dull, it's nice and bright. And that's when I figured out that at 100%, the lamp is good, not bad. So yeah. So I've been burning one in here like forever. I think the one in there I've been burning like crazy to see how far I can get the lamp to go down. I got an extra one in the box, but just want to see how long I can leave it on. Now, also, too, warning to those of you who are thinking about getting a Fire Stick, just so you know, you want to know, these things will eat through your projector lamp life very quickly, and I'll tell you how. All right, so usually, if you're using the Google, not to put this company down, but I've seen it happen, and it's kind of quite weird. Okay, so projectors, usually, when nothing's being used, they go into some kind of standby mode, they shut off. That's it. They just shut the projector off to save power. But with the Fire Stick, if you have this plugged into the back of your projector, the Fire Stick goes into some kind of screensaver mode. And basically, it's weird. It's kind of like, it goes into screensaver mode, but it actually turns off the Fire Stick. It puts the Fire Stick in standby. So when you come downstairs, my screens are black. So when I come downstairs, I see a black screen. So I think my projector pretty much what turned off. That's what I first thought. Didn't realize that the Fire Stick went into a form of a standby mode, what actually turned off and still was in a form of screensaver mode. Because when you hit the button, you'll see the screensaver pop up to come out of blank mode, hit the screensaver, hit it again, and then you'll come up to your option page. So if it does that, what happens is your projector literally is still running at full capacity. It is still running. So that means when if I'm watching a movie, this thing is going to actually go into a screensaver. Then the screensaver is going to go into a power save mode, which is going to it's going to shut off. Just stand, and the screen's going to look like it's black or white or whatever it's going to be. And you walk by and you're going to think, my projector's off. It turned off. But it's not. Your projector actually is physically still on. And I've actually come downstairs the next day and had projectors actually running all night. So, yeah. But then again, keep in mind, all my projectors sit in eco mode because the screens generate so much gain. I don't have to run them. I don't have to run them outside of eco mode. So what am I going to do on this screen right here that I haven't decided yet? So this is something I'm just working on for the time being. Also, this stand right here, for those of you who are thinking about want to project to the bottom of a glass table, that stand has that option. There's another piece that comes with it. It's downstairs in the basement. It actually allows you to turn the projector upside down, bracket it to the table, and set the projector so you can actually push the image right through glass if you want to do something like that. Which when I get the time, I'm going to go out and buy myself a nice glass work table and coat that with black technology because I don't want to see the projector. I want to see anything. I just want to see a black image and boop, image pop up. All right. Is it a windy day today or what? It is a windy day. No wonder, like, why am I hearing all this? That's weird. Ugh. This is nice if you're sitting at the table. It's supposed to be to see the image crystal clear. You should be seeing the image crystal clear. I'm sitting like this. I'm doing some work. Now I got a Sony interactive projector downstairs. It does come with the pens. If I ever get the chance to find the, cause that one also too has the ability to be, you can set them straight up, but I can't find the stand. I'm looking all over the place. I still can't track down the stand. And those things come with, let me see if I can find my, this is my messy area right here, people alone. This is my messy area of all my wires and cables and stuff. Let's see if we can find them. There we go. Boom. These are the pens that go with them. This is the Sony I got downstairs. This is an actual interactive projector that I can write on my screen. But I got to find the stand. I can't find the stand for it to do it. And it came with the software already preloaded. Oh, is the sun coming up? I think it is coming up. Look at that. It's starting to get brighter in that other area right there. So, like I said, let's do the demonstration. I'm doing this demonstration. This is a demonstration you will not see high performance projection screens do. Let's do the angle gain of my screen here. Boom. Or you'll come back here so you can see my screen. So I like to do this because you can see my 235.1 crystal clear. Light hit here and all the way down. Boom. There's my screen being hit there. This is what true ambient light rejection technology is supposed to do. Sorry if I made anybody dizzy on that one. All right. I have any special announcements? No, anything. Sorry about that. I'm trying to figure exactly what else could I be announced today. Oh, ship out dates. All right, ship out dates are going to be on Saturday, this Saturday, all right, because we had to huddle around the holidays that came up. So tracking numbers are going to go out on Thursday. All tracking numbers will go out on Thursday. We will ship out on Saturday. If you're interested in getting the screen paint, best time to make an order is anytime before Friday would be the best time to put in your order. All right, with that being said, I am going to be, am I doing any other demonstrations today? I don't know. I'm not sure. Sometimes I pop and put some short demonstrations in, but I'm not sure. But I'll put at the link at the bottom of the link where you can get the projector from. Those are curious about buying 150, 160. You're not going to pay no more than $200 for the projector, under $200, right? I bought two of them. I bought one with the filter and one without the filter. He has one for $130 without the filter cover. It's not the filter, it's the cover. So the only thing that's missing is just the cover, and you really don't need the cover. I mean, if you're one of the people who have to have all the parts of your projector, that's just what you do, you know. But do you need the cover to run the projector? No. You need the filter. That's what you need. That's the one important thing is filter. You just need the filter to run it. That's it. So he has two different versions. One that comes with the cover is $179, which still ain't bad. It's very cheap, and it comes with the remote control. The other one comes without the cover, which I have running upstairs. I've had been running for a couple months, or actually no, for a month, and I've hadn't had any problems with it. Now, if there's something wrong with the filter, keep in mind these projectors are smart projectors. A little indicator will pop up and say, doo, doo, doo. Your filter needs to be clean, or your filter's malfunctioning. It will pop up. It's connected to a sensor. So it'll let you know. Too much dust is accumulating inside of one of these things, you will get that. And some of mine just sit right on the floor. So I haven't had that warning filter pop up at all, period. So like I said, 130, no cover, 179 with cover. And they come with remote controls. I'll show you what the remote controls look like. I got two of them with mine. I don't even use them because like I said, these are the remote controls right here that they come with right there. I got a bunch of remote controls in here I don't use, but here are the remote controls right here. Now, if you're interested in just getting the remote control I have upstairs, because I have the original one. That one does work with it too with no problem, but I have the original remote control. I think I'll put a link there too for that one. You can get those for around $13. I think $13 on eBay. Let me see. This right here is the original remote control that comes with it. It's supposed to come with it, but you can buy these on eBay for 13 bucks. But he does give you one for free, so you know, you have to spend the money. All right. With that being said, thank you all for your time. I'm going to get out of here. I got to get ready to order containers. I got to print out labels. I have to get ready because we are stacked. We got plenty of orders that came in. Also, too, thank you all for the support. I really appreciate it as always. I have to go, and God